If you want some actual insight into football nowadays, go to theathletic.co.uk/IHTO and you get 50% off your yearly subscription and a 7-day free trial to start you off and see if you like it. You've only got me today, unfortunately. Seds has got the shits again. So he rang me this morning and said it's coming out of both ends. And he can't make it. So you've got me. But we've got a very good guest today. And I think the last few weeks we've kind of gone off the beaten track of the whole podcast. And we're getting some non-league lads back in who have had trials once but are now at Atherton Collieries. So we've got John Welsh. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah.
How are we doing?
Alright, not too bad.
Good.
A bruised and battered from last night, but...
Yeah, how was it?
It was alright. We done well. We obviously drew 2-2 Barrow. Barrow are flying at the minute, top of the league. You can see playing against them last night, you can see why they want to get it down and move it quick and move from side to side and get into pockets and stuff. So it was a difficult game for us. We knew it was going to be tough, but I think the lads were brilliant.
You're punching well above your weight there.
Exactly,
Barrow,
yeah. I think that the manager said that after. I think we were all really proud of each other.
Yeah.
We give it our all, and I mean we go 2-1 up, and the referee books our centre forward, sends him off because he's had a previous booking.
I've seen that, yeah.
And then it's just for 20 minutes.
So what's he done? Scored in the biggest game of the club's history. As it's come back out of the net, he's booted it away. Yeah. Just in celebration.
Yeah.
And the rest booked him, sent him off.
Yeah, he stood there, he's waiting for everyone to celebrate, everyone to start walking back to the game and booked him and sent him off. And it obviously changes the game against anyone, it changed. But when you're playing someone who's a couple of leagues above you, at the top of the league, flying, a really good team, it's backs to the walls then, and they got pulled one back, but we held out to get the draw.
What time did they equalise?
I think it was about 83-84, something like that.
So, then. But you're still nervous, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, we were just basically camped outside our box. Some really good performance, some good defending performances. But I mean, at 11, if you go into the last 20 with 11 men, you sort of fancy our chances. You know, Tom's a big player for us, as you know, big lad up front who holds the ball up. And I think when you lose something like that in your team,
butcher.
Yeah, he's the butcher. He's the butcher. He's missed training a couple of times because he's been working.
Saying that Cleggy put on saying, can't come training tonight, I've got to deal with a full cow on the farm.
To go and cut a cow up. It's one of the best excuses I've ever heard. But he was a little bit late coming to the game because obviously he's working. Christmas is a busy time for butchers, so he's got to go and... sorry for any vegans out there, but got to go and see if he's butchered him.
Well, you've got a replay next year, haven't you?
Yeah, but that's going to be great for the lads. I mean, to go there and play against a good team in a good venue like that, I think it's one we'll look forward to, and I'm sure we'll more than rise to the occasion again and hopefully try and finish the job there.
Right. I actually love stuff like that because non-league, I know they're still non-league, but it's like 2-3 leagues above, and you should have you shouldn't be drawing with them, but you do like so well.
Yeah, we probably should have won the game. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're a fantastic team. It would have been really tough the last 20 minutes, but I think that's what really we're good at. Defending, digging in for each other. There's a great spirit there at the place, and I think coming up against that the lads would have certainly thrived in it, and more than likely would have held out and got the win. But it's all what ifs. So it doesn't matter now. But
from where you've been in the past and now you're at Coles, is the standard much better, or is it just because the lads have just been unlucky and maybe had a few too many pints on a Saturday?
I'll probably say that there's a good standard. Even the players we played against. I mean, when you think non-league, you think everyone getting the ball forward and get it forward and pick up bits, which games are like that, don't get me wrong, but I think there's a lot more better calibre of player than you'd think. Like we got Vinny Bailey, who technically is a really good player.
In goal,
good finish. He's a really technical good player. We've got Conway, Danny O'Donnell, so it's there's some good players, and we come up against some good teams with good players in. So the standard isn't as probably bad as you think. You probably think non-league. It's tackling and fighting for the ball.
Is that what you thought when you went?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, you sort of, the thing you hear about non-league is just a team full of dogs and kick it forward and you're getting buttered and getting two-footed every 2 minutes.
You went to a team full of dogs.
But I don't mind that side of the game. I don't mind the tackle, and if you've got to roll your sleeves up and dig in, that's sort of what I'm good at, really. I mean, I'm never going to be one of them players who's going to take 3 or 4 players on and score. I'm just that type of player.
So you originally signed for Cleggy.
Yeah.
So how did that come about?
After I left Grimsby, which would have been March time, I hadn't played, obviously. I hadn't done a pre-season. And just sitting around the house, I thought...
Bad how much weight you put on
that as well. And it just wasn't me. I mean, I started doing like housework and stuff. I was like hoovering up and stuff like that. And just and I just remember thinking, I need to get back in the game. Made a few phone calls. Obviously, I knew I'd have been struggling to go into the leagues. So made a couple of phone calls, tried to get maybe a non-league team and get back into it that way. Went up to Chorley, was training with them for a bit. Had 2 games, played against Preston in a Lancashire Cup, I think it was. And was enjoying it, but I think the manager there, I think they were struggling a little bit at the time.
What's he called?
Verms.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. Well, I got on the plane to Dublin last week. And all my lads were sat at the back. I was sat right at the front of the plane, surrounded by all the Chorley lads. But they were sound.
Yeah, they're good lads, to be fair. It was a good group of people there. I think he was a little bit worried that obviously, because I hadn't had the pre-season, I hadn't played for a couple of months, and I think they had a lot of a big clunk of games, Saturday, Tuesdays, and I think he didn't want to obviously give me a deal and then play Saturday, then play Tuesday, and then maybe get injured. Obviously, I'm getting older as well. Tuesday, So I think he was a bit worried about that. So he told me to run Cleggy down at Atherton. And it just went from there, really. As you know yourself, Cleggy's top man, he's sound,
I bet you had you on the phone for about 20 minutes.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
He went, if my battery dies, he didn't say hello, he went, if my battery dies, I'll ring you back. I thought, it's probably on about 20%. He's going to talk.
He's just going to keep talking until it goes off. No, but he's a good person. He was honest and truthful with me, and I think that's, as a person, that's all you can ask for, really. And just went and played down with him and really enjoyed it. Yeah. And even the lads, I mean, there's a good group of lads there who've been together for probably 4 or 5 years.
But that's because of him.
Yeah. So, and you can see that. I mean, they were brilliant with me, going in sometimes as an outcast going into it. When the lads are that tight, it's hard to sort of get in there, but I mean, they embraced me when I went down and made me feel part of the club. And as a new face going in anywhere, that's all you can ask for, really.
Well, I rang him and I was like, right, I've got Welsh in tomorrow.
What's he saying about me?
Give me some shit on him. And to be fair, he was like, I've got nothing for you, pal, but, you know, he's just a top lad. He'll give you some stories. He'll tell it how it is. He said, you know, he's one of my players. Like that's who I want. Like he said, if a player comes to me and he's a goon, but he's a good player, I'd rather have the lad who's a lad, who's like us, normal, and he's going to give it all instead of just...
I think that's probably why the group is what it is, because I mean, he's bringing players in like that. He knows what kind of player he wants and what kind of person he wants within the group. So, I mean, he said if I ever scored, he'd come to training the next day, or the next training session we'd do, with a Fowler 23 shirt on. Obviously, he's a big Man United fan, so he's like, I was desperate to score, but didn't get that far off the pitch now.
Well, score on Saturday. You're playing him on Saturday.
Yeah, playing him on Saturday.
He's moved to Cashton United.
Yeah.
And, well, he said I had second in the league first game, and then I've got to go back to fucking Coles next week. Yeah. He said, and after that, hopefully everything will settle down and I'll be able to do my job properly. But he said it's going to be like a cup final for everyone at Coles.
Yeah, it's been a mad couple of weeks, because I mean, as much as we see it from our side, you know, change of manager, and he's been there for forever, it seems, and the lads all love him, if you like. It's been a change for him. He's gone into a new club. He's took all his staff with him as well, so it's probably a big change for him, and I'm sure he'll be wanting to get a good result the weekend. But as much as it'll be good seeing him once
have
that
to
whistle
score.
goes, he'll score.
Yeah, you've got to do one.
Yeah.
You've got to do him there, haven't you?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
has he took the fitness coach?
Yeah.
He's
Took
What's he called?
Eustace.
No, it was another guy, big rugby guy.
Yeah.
Fireman.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
is that
yeah,
him? Well, I did a few sessions with him in pre-season.
Yeah.
Cleggy rang me and said, "Listen, you look heavy.
Yeah.
Get down.
Yeah.
Do a bit with him." And it was the worst session of I was being sick at the side of the pitch. Yeah, it was
I think he's one of them old school.
Yeah, he is.
You're not
He's
fit
like,
until you're sick.
Fucking hell, I'm gonna speak.
But when there was a fires in Bolton, wasn't there? And
he's
obviously
a
fireman,
yeah.
And like a few texts had gone out in the group messages saying, has anyone heard from him? Because obviously it was based around where he probably works, and the lads were generally worried, and no one had heard from him.
Wasn't it?
Yeah. And I think that obviously he must have been there, and I think it was the Friday it would have been, because I'm sure we had a game this Saturday.
Right.
And when we seen him at the game, he was like, you could see it in his face. It was like,
it was shocking.
Yeah. He went, it was a bad night, but like the general like care was there for the boys, like trying to find out if he was all right and stuff, which is good.
Yeah. Well, he's a sound lad, isn't he, to be fair. But so you started at Liverpool.
Yeah.
We got your shirt, number 32.
Yeah.
Was that always
I've just noticed all mud all over it.
So, like, how was that growing up?
I mean, probably if you spoke to most footballers, the dream would be to be a professional footballer.
Yeah.
Mine was to play for Liverpool.
Mine was
probably
to play for anyone.
Yeah.
I wasn't asked.
Yeah.
It was. I just wanted to play.
I mean, growing up, I loved playing football, whether it was in the street, in the house, in the garden, in the shed. If I was playing football, then that was me. I was happy. And then obviously you get to learn about teams and stuff. And I think probably same with you. I support my family sport, so my family are all red, so I support Liverpool. So you start watching DVDs, and you're learning from Shankly and Paisley and Ronnie Moran and all these type of managers who have been there and won whatever they've won, and you just start falling in love with the club of level I did. Just fell in love with it, and that was my goal. That's what I wanted to be.
Could you tell you was good though at that age? Like when you was younger, was you better than everyone else?
Probably looking back now, I mean, I was 7 and I was playing with 12-year-olds.
Yeah, well, that's the same as me.
Yeah.
I got told I was going to be like really good.
Yeah, but it was, I mean, probably at the time, I was like, I don't care whether I'm playing against 30-year-olds, as long as I'm playing football and running around and trying to kick the ball. That was me, I was happy. But like speaking to people who from Sunday League, and they're like, you're really good, you were dead quick, and obviously I'm not now. But like it's a bit. It was but yeah, I mean, just playing football, that was me. I was happy if I had the ball in my hand and kicking it against something or playing against someone. I was happy.
Yeah, well, to get signed for Liverpool, you're a fan of is meant in it, and then you played in the Champions League finally.
Yeah.
Against Leverkusen, which for me, I could never dream of that. So that's unbelievable.
Yeah, it was mad because I think that was when you come out. It was usually me and Neil Mellor. We were in like squads for most of the group games. So when you come out of the group, you have, I'm not sure what that is, a qualifying round, is it? Like you play it before the quarters. You play.
Yeah, fourth.
Yeah, that game, that was the Leverkusen game, which obviously played in.
Last 16.
And then last 16 it'll be, and then leading up to them, to the final, we were on like the bench for every game, except the final obviously. And it was just unbelievable. I mean, going to Juventus and places like that and seeing the crowd and how hostile it is there and how you've got to deal with it, it was mad. But
I seen a video the other day of like the PSG fans, and it said like in England you can't even take your bottle top into the game. Yeah. And then PSG's like flares, fireworks.
There's just no holds barred. It's so hostile. But it was funny because like you try and be dead professional and you like, come on, you know what I mean? Like before the game, and then you got your professional head on, and then after it. But when the goal went in against Chelsea, Garcia, we were like, obviously the bench has got like the bench, and then you've got like the manager and Phil Thompson and all that. So we don't like that. Benitez.
Was it?
So the goal goes in. So as we're all jumping up, we're like nearly falling on Benitez, but like he's like quite reserved. It wasn't showing much emotion. We were like that, nearly falling over them. We were singing on the bench, like, you know, walk alone at the end of the game and stuff like that. It was mad. I probably got more good memories about that game than I have probably about the final, because obviously I wasn't in the squad in the final. I was in the stands watching it. It's probably more of a fan watching that game, but as like a player, I mean, it's probably unusual for me to go from being, because I probably try and say I'm super professional if I could, to being a fan by the end of the game, just like singing and yeah. And there was like quite a few young lads as well, so I think having them,
So you was a bit older than them as well.
I think next was I think Mellor's a year older. We're all year.
Because we had Morgan on, Adam Morgan, and he was talking about Mellor as well.
Yeah.
So you must have been around the same.
Yeah, I think Adam would have been about 2 or 3 years younger than me.
Was he?
I think. He'd definitely be younger than me. Yeah, we were all. I think Warnock was a year older than Mellor. I think Mellor was a year older than me.
Right.
I was a year older from Potter and Raven, who similar age, and Zach was same age, I think.
But you still, obviously, you're the young lads, aren't you? Still?
Yeah.
So your class is all the same, aren't you? Really?
Yeah.
But what was Benitez like? Was he?
He was good, mate. I mean, he got rid of me, so it was part of me hates him. But no, I can understand the reasons why, and probably for my career I had to leave anyway.
Yeah.
But tactically he was brilliant.
Right.
Brilliant. He knew everything about everyone, and the meetings that we went in before games, he just, every detail he covered, like he left no stone unturned in what he was doing. And you can obviously see why he'd been so successful in Spain and obviously in England, and then I think Italy went then, did he?
Well, it definitely works, doesn't it? Because they've started bringing that into non-league now.
Yeah, well, so that's probably the first time thinking about it now that I've come through like analysis on this is how quick he does, these are the movements he makes, when this happens, he probably does that. And to see it like on screen, like he'd tell you, and then he'd go, if you look now, I'm sure it was Gareth Bale, but I'm not 100%. It was a left winger type player, it was quick. And he was like, if he does this, and I think it was the left back, whoever it was, I can't remember. If he done like a certain movement, Gareth Bale would always go the same way. Yeah. And like him telling you to then seeing it like 6 or 7, 8 times in a game, and you're thinking,
you never would have known that. No. Yeah. Well, we have to go in now half an hour early on a Thursday to do analysis. Yeah. Now, the first time we got called in, obviously it's non-league and that, all the lads are like, fuck off, man. He's taking the piss, I've been working all week. I've been working all day since 6 a.m. and I've got to go, blah, blah, blah. But I think now the lads are starting to notice that when we get to a Saturday and we know that little bit more about our opponent, it actually helps. Yeah. I know it helps. Yeah. Because they'll say to me, like, watch the centre halves, this one's slow. Yeah. If you want to run this one, it's not going to work. Yeah. So I know I've got to run that one every time, and well, I'd say it's benefiting us, but we're 8 teams.
but it's good. Like I mean, saying we obviously go Thursday earlier to do a bit of tactical work, if you like, and I didn't expect that. I mean, coming in as
definitely creeping down now,
semi-pro, I thought it'll just be like, obviously we train Tuesday and Thursdays, we just turn up, kick balls for an hour, and then we go home, and that'll be it. But I think the detail that goes in, obviously from Cleggy and now from Brad, you can see that people are probably taking more of that and adapting it into whatever way they want it to be. And I think you can see the benefits of it, as you said.
100%. I mean,
definitely benefits me.
10 years ago when I started in non-league, I wouldn't have thought it was ever going to happen, but it's definitely progressing in it with the football.
It might be. I mean, you might only get 10% that you think, oh yeah, that I can see what he does there. Yeah. And then you do it in a game and you won a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Sometimes it's difference.
I'm not asking if it was like tactics and I want to know how much sub bonus you got for being on the bench. You must have got some till.
Yeah, it was good, to be fair. I won't go into figures and details.
No, I don't want to know.
You can say it helped me getting my mortgage on my house, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it was my mum's house actually. But,
what, so you bought your mum's?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I got her the house, she moved in, hated the area because it was away from her family.
Where
Moved back
was it?
in Liverpool.
Where
It was went from a roughish area to the nicer area.
Right.
But she didn't like
she
it
didn't like
because she
it.
doesn't drive or nothing. She wants to go back, so she ends up moving back. So I ends up
Get me
moving
back
it. So
in.
like turned out her house, but come into my house.
Get me back in the hood.
Yeah. She was just used. She'd been there all.
Yeah.
So.
100%. So is this at the time when you played for the 21s? When you was on the bench for England?
For England, yeah. I've been involved in a couple of games. I mean, I'm privileged enough to have played. I think it was every level for England except obviously national senior level, which is I'm proud of. Like, it was mad because
who was in that team?
Glenn Johnson, David Bentley.
Liverpool with you.
Yeah. Trying to think of big names who you would have knew. Carlton Cole, Nigel Rio-Coker.
Not a bad team then.
Yeah, we had a good team to be fair.
Was
good
you
lads.
starting in centre mid?
Not always. It was sort of, I don't know what way they do it, but they rotated a little bit. Like we might play, but I mean, I'd worked with Peter Taylor, who was the manager then. I think he was in the 20s. He was really good.
Old school.
Yeah, I probably he was more about the motivational side and work your socks off and all that. That's what he encouraged. He'd been successful as whole manager, obviously. But yeah, I mean, it was always proud to play for your country, and every time you played in England, your family would be there and be proud to represent them at that level. And funny enough, my mum keeps all my stuff, any shirts or programmes in the paper or anything like that. My mum's got it.
Yeah.
And like my brothers, who are probably a bit younger then, are a bit older now, and they go back and they're looking at who they play. So we play like Argentina and Tevez is in there, you know what I mean? And you're thinking, didn't even realise I played against them. You know, at the time, you just didn't realise it.
Did you not stand out or what?
Yeah, best player on the pitch. But
yeah.
I mean, I remember him, but there's like other names. He showed me from the other day, I can't even think who it was.
A little stocky thing in his
Yeah. I can't even think of, he's put like a line under him and I can't believe. Was it Bonucci? How old will he be?
Centre half?
Yeah.
He's got to be older than you then.
I'm thinking he's older than me, yeah.
How old are you?
Might be. I'm nearly 36 now.
Yeah,
so might be. I'm sure it was him because he went, I can't believe you played against him. And that was like last week. And now I feel old, you know.
I say that, to Atherton Colls. But did Rooney play on
Rooney,
last night?
yeah. No, John never played.
Did he not?
No, he never played. I think they rested a couple. But they were still the good players. I think maybe when we play them next game, I think they might take it a little bit more serious.
Yeah.
But depending on the way they are in the league and stuff. So.
Well, when I was growing up at Bolton, he was at Everton at my age group.
Okay.
And it was always, we hated playing against them because they were very good.
Yeah.
But there was him, so all the parents on the sideline would be shouting, Rooney,
Yeah.
Rooney. And then there was another lad called Louis.
Yeah.
And it was them two up top, and I'd love to know what that Louis was doing.
Yeah.
What he's doing now, because he was a very good player.
Yeah.
But
it's mad when you think. I mean, talking about Rooney, I remember playing for Liverpool, and no matter what age group you play against Everton,
Rooney.
Yeah.
Right.
No matter what age you play against Everton, it's always a big game.
Yeah.
Like under 12s.
Yeah.
Like first team.
Derby, innit?
So yeah. So we desperate to win as always, as they were. Half time, 3-0 up, cruising, absolutely battered them. Thinking, right.
What age group is this?
This would have been under 18s. It would have been either under 18s or under 19s. So absolutely battered them, wiped the floor with them at half time. At half time, this kid comes on up front, little stocky kid.
Little fat kid.
So like we obviously heard his name. I think he must have been about 3 years younger than me, and I think at that level it's unheard of someone playing that young.
Yeah,
you'd always get a year or two.
He's 18, he's 15.
Yeah, and he was probably one of the best players I've seen for his age.
Yeah.
I'm sure they won't beat us 4-3, and I'm sure I don't know if he scored 4, but he definitely scored 3, and you just think that he's next level, like him.
Yeah,
and then obviously he went on to do what he done. But I think in that instance, you can see he was gonna be something special.
He is something special.
Yeah.
Is he at Derby? He's gone to Derby now, hasn't he?
Derby now, player coach. Yeah.
There you go.
Pretty lucky number for him.
So, Peter Taylor, who was your gaffer, you must have liked him.
Yeah.
And he must have liked you
Got on
because
really well.
he signed you for Hull.
Yeah, got on really well with Peter. Obviously through the 21s, that's where he probably seen me. And then after the Champions League final was the year I signed for them. Once I knew Hull were interested in Peter Taylor was there, I was more than happy to go. It seemed miles and miles away from Liverpool, but
it's not actually that far, is it?
No,
we went down there to do the Windass podcast. So
Dino.
Did you play with him?
Yeah, I was there with
You got
Dino.
any stories on him?
Yeah, actually. I don't know what age you watched it. I wasn't happy, I'll tell you anyway. After training every day, Dino would ask the kit man to go in and start running in my bath. So
that's big time, that, isn't it? Getting someone to
it is, but I think he's not really a big time person.
Yeah.
I think it was more he liked this bath. He wants to get in. It was cold or wet. He'd want to jump straight in the bath. But mind you, there was only one bath, so maybe he just wanted to thinking I want to get a bath. So. Yeah, exactly. So we all come in from training. So the keepers had come in earlier, and I think it was Boaz Mile had got in his bath. Obviously getting washed and all that. So Dino come in, Boaz, you fucking in my bath there. And Boaz was like, oh, come on, I'm not getting out. Yeah, I'm not gonna get out. So we went, oh yeah, it sounds. So Dino goes out, gets changed, obviously naked, goes back over to the bath, squats over the bath, and takes a shit in his bath. Basically.
What did
he jumped out. Really? Yeah, he jumped out.
Yeah,
and I don't think no one else ever got in that bath again. I don't think.
See, I know a few lads who would have just stayed in it.
Yeah. I know one or two myself. But he jumped out, and I think everyone knew that was Dino's bath.
Yeah. So. No one got in his bath again.
No.
That's class. You've got to mark your territory.
Yeah, with a shit.
I wouldn't go that far. Right, so obviously a Liverpool fan.
Yeah.
What do you think of the new signing? That it looks like it's a done deal.
Excited by it, really. I don't know much about him, but I know his goal scoring record is good for a winger.
What's his name?
Minamino. I don't know his first name.
That's the one.
7 mil is a snip at this day and age, and I think I've read somewhere that the volume at 22 million or something like that already.
What, straight away?
Straight away.
Just by going to Liverpool?
Just by going to Liverpool.
Right, so. Well, James Pearce at The Athletic has actually gone into some more detail, and I think he actually knows a bit more than us about it. Yeah. So it's well worth a look. theathletic.co.uk/IHTO once. You get a 7-day free subscription to test it out, and then after that you get half price, thanks to us. So get on it.
Sound.
But yeah, I was Hull because I was there for an hour. I seen some absolute characters.
It's a funny old city. I mean, I live just outside Beverley, which has got like a race course, really nice town, nice quiet place. I lived there and I enjoyed it. And I mean, going there, obviously I knew Peter from England. He was probably the one manager who not so much knew me the best, but I think managed me the best, I think. Right. Obviously, I've played under great managers, don't get me wrong, but I think he knew when I needed to kick up the backside, when I needed to pull the reins on me, or if I needed time off or anything like that. Yeah. He sort of, the man management he gave me was probably the best I've had in my career. I think he knew me quite well. I think he's come from a footballing background and probably knew I was the same. So I think he sort of knew what I needed at that time. I'd probably say he's probably one of the best man managers I've played for, I'd say. But I enjoyed my time at Hull. Had some good times there. Great city. I mean, it was a club that was definitely on the rise when I went there. I think you'd come from League 2 straight up to the Championship.
Is that where you was in the Championship?
Yeah, Championship then. Yeah.
Well, you played well there.
Yeah, but my first 2 full seasons as a professional was there, really. Obviously, being at Liverpool, I'd only played, I think, 10 or 11 games for them. So to go from that was in the space of like 3 years, maybe more. To go into like 30 games in a season.
First team. Proper.
It was obviously a big step. And I think I was maybe 20, 21, something like that. So I think at that age you probably expected it to have played a full season at least, but obviously being at Liverpool it wasn't possible. And yeah, I enjoyed it. The lads were brilliant there. Made some friends for life there and enjoyed it. Just probably, well, that's where I broke my leg. So that's probably the lowest point of me career. But I mean the physio that I got.
Was it just a tackle?
Yeah, it was
a naughty one.
Not really. I mean, it was against Neil Mellor actually. We were playing Preston. So I spoke to Neil morning of the game and I said the first fucking minute, I said, I'm going to go right through you, like messing. And he was like, yeah, all right, let's have it. And I was like,
yeah,
that sort of bouncer. So first minute, I plays a 1-2 with the forward, I can't remember, it must have been John Park, I'm not sure. So the ball goes over my shoulder.
Mention John Parkin on this podcast.
Oh, I'm not in there. I mean someone else. It was his fault. He fucking gave me a bad ball. It popped over my shoulder. So as I turned, obviously Mellor's running towards me. So I I jumped in a little bit, but I'd won it. I'd sort of kicked it with my left foot, but my right foot had followed round. So he's gone to hook it. So I've won the ball. And he's gone to hook it and hooked me leg. But where my shin pad was, he sort of like hit it right to the side. So I snapped my leg, obviously. I broke my tib and fractured my fibula or something like that. Oh. But I just knew straight away. I just lied there, didn't move. Thought, fuck, I broke my leg here. But I was like looking over to the bench because it was like right in front of the bench. And I was going to the physio, Si. I was going, Si, I broke my leg. And like he was going, you'll be all right. Like I could see him like saying, you're all right, you're all right. So
Yeah,
no, I've broke my leg, broke my leg. But funny enough, sort of like the assistant physio was a little bit higher than him. And he said, just as the tackle come, he said someone must have been just coming to the game because it was only like the first 3 minutes or something like that. He said someone was like got in his way. He said, and he just heard the crack. He said, and I just knew something bad had happened, whatever it was like.
Oh, for that. Yeah,
but the weird thing, I mean, obviously come off the pitch and gassing head and stuff. When I was in the ambulance, when the ambulance was turning the corner, I could feel like my bones, like it was obviously in the
on the trolley
thing, yeah, and my bones were moving. I thought, fucking definitely broke my leg.
Oh my God! I feel my bones moving. So from Hull, you went to Chester.
Yeah.
I don't like Chester. Nah, I do really. I'm joking. Was that non-league or was that in the league?
That was League 2, yeah.
Right.
I think there was a couple of loans that he had. Just trying to get back into. Obviously, Hull had been promoted that year. I hadn't played for probably about 13, 14 months.
Yeah.
So you're just trying to get football. But it was weird because when I went, it was sort of like, I'm never going to get back to... Because at the time at Hull, I was playing well.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm never going to get to them levels again because my body wasn't doing things that my brain was telling me to do.
Right, and that's
I just couldn't.
Yeah,
I just couldn't. I couldn't fathom out what was happening, why it was happening. And I was like, I used to be able to do that, but I can't do it now. So the more you probably frustrated you get, and the harder you try, and then it's like a vicious circle. It doesn't work, and then you go back to.
Yeah.
So just trying to get games. I mean, went to Chester. Chester were in financial difficulties and stuff behind the scenes was going on, so that didn't go too well. Went to Carlisle.
Well, it probably didn't go too well because you had Paul Linwood at centre half.
Ah, Linny. Yeah.
Is that where you met him?
Yeah. No, I actually knew Linny from when we were kids, like under 11s. Funny story about Lenny is he used to play, obviously he's from Whittle, he played for Whittle schoolboys. Did you have like Manchester schoolboys?
Yeah, well we used to have Bury schoolboys
yeah. So
he's a woolly back, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a wool, yeah. So Liverpool schoolboys against Whittle schoolboys is sort of a derby. It's sort of like Liverpool Everton, you know, they're Wolves, they hate us, we hate them and all that. So on the way to the game they're like, hey, there's a lad who plays for these who's he's solid, you know, like kids talk, he's dead hard.
Hard.
I think because obviously he's big and he is hard as well, don't get me wrong, Lenny. And it was like, yeah, he's solid. His last 2 games, he's broke 2 kids' legs. We were like, shit, have we got to go and play this against them? And then we turn up. It was funny.
Lenny's at the back. Nah, he is. Do you know what? He's an hard tackler.
Yeah.
If he's got the chance to go through,
he's all on that, isn't he? Yeah. I think, I don't know whether you probably know the same, but I always call it a funny word, like I call it the scouse tackle, because it's like they just throw everything.
Yeah, everything. But they know, if they know they're going to win it.
It's either a great tackle or a red.
Yeah.
I just seem to get that.
Well, we used to have a lad called Lee Pugh, whose brother plays for, is he at Bournemouth still? And he was, he should be Scouse, because his tackling was horrific. And I mean, I think we was 3-1 up one day at Banbury in the FA Trophy for Rami. 3-1 up, 93rd minute, and the lad's running down the wing, and he just clean. I think he put him over the barriers. It was honestly the worst tackle I've ever seen. He just took the red and walked off. Not one bit else.
Accept it. It's just like that. It's that fine line between obviously good
winning
tackle
the ball
and just straight red.
So, have you had a few reds or not? Or
No, well, in my lifetime I've only had 2 reds. I had one against Wolves, which was 2 yellows, stupid fouls. I didn't think the second one was a foul, but and then one, I was in school and we were playing against this team, and the keeper's come out, but he sort of come out of his box, headed it, but it's bounced like right to a lad, and he's volleyed it, going right in the top bit. We were 5-0 up, I don't know why I'd done it. It's going right in the top bit, so I dived, tipped it over, and then was like going, oh yeah, they headed it, but clearly my hand was up there. I got sent off anyway, and the teacher went, you know what, I can't even be angry at you. So it was a great save. So.
It's got to be done.
Yeah.
I'd do exactly the same. Yeah. Well, all my reds are like kicking the ball away and shit. I got one for a bad tackle, that's it. The others are like swearing at the ref or because my head just goes. But
it just shows passionate, doesn't it? I sometimes do that. I've loved that the referee says, you shut up, and you're like, yeah, all right, I'll try now.
I said to the line, I said, fuck me, line, there's no point you being here. He said, there's no point you being here, you 1-0 down. I'm like, oh, you dickhead.
Well, you're having a terrible game, you're fucking not playing so good yourself.
That's the worst, isn't it? But after the game, I'm sound with them, shake their hand and that. But, well, sometimes I don't, sometimes my head's gone. But.
I got, like, you were terrible today. Is that
what you do?
You're like as nice as pie, but just say you were awful today.
Yeah, you shy. So you went to Bury, my hometown. Do you live in Bury or?
No, I live in Liverpool. Yeah.
Right. It's not that far, is it?
No. I love Bury. Nice club, nice family club. Lads were all brilliant. Obviously they had stuff going on, but we nearly got promoted that year. I think we got to the playoffs. The semi-finals. League One, I think.
League One, yeah.
Not sure it was League One or League Two. It might have been League One, I'm not sure. They're like, you probably know Bukes, Dave Buchanan and Steve Dawson and all them. Lads who had been there for ages.
Decent team.
Yeah, really good team. Really good. I think the only difference why we didn't get promoted that year was Luke Daniels, who was at Shrewsbury, at the best game I've probably ever seen a keeper have in my life. He saved everything. I think he saved the pen. He just had a brilliant game, and I think we ended up losing 1-0 in this. I think the first leg was 0-0. We played them at Bury, at home. Sorry, the second leg, and I think they won 1-0. But he had the best game ever. He's never gonna have a good game. And we didn't win.
Well, they're not a team anymore.
No, sad.
I think they've just applied yesterday to go the Bury Phoenix Club or whatever.
Yeah.
It's not like the Peter Kay are out. They're going in the North West Counties, which is, I think it's a bit too low. Yeah. Seeing as they're going to have that many fans, it's just going to be stupid, and they're just going to go up the leagues.
I was gutted actually, because I really enjoyed it there. I think I was only there about 2 months or something like that, but I think when you go to a club like that and you get on well with everyone, not just the lads, but the staff, the people around the club, you obviously want them to do well, and I was sad to see that what happened at Bury. And
it wasn't the chairman who cocked it all up who you had, was it?
I don't know. I didn't know. I just turned up and trained and stuff.
You see, them going into the North West Counties though, surely the teams in the North West Counties aren't going to want that. Yeah. Because that's them another year in the counties. Yeah. Because they're just going to throw loads of money at it and get promoted in.
Yeah. But what would happen? I mean, it's probably similar to like Rangers. Would attendances get better? Possibly. bit of money for clubs
yeah,
around.
I know what you mean.
For that. Maybe
say like I don't know, Bacup Borough.
Bet you're gonna bring 2,000 if you can get 2,000 into stadiums or wherever they're playing.
What's that? Pay £8 to get in.
Yeah, so it might generate a bit of
for
money
the club,
for the clubs.
Right, yeah.
So could work.
Maybe
they
would say,
they might piss it, but they might make a few quid as well, which will sustain them.
You're right. Well, that's what it's about, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, I mean, Coles getting that lad sent off last night. Like the referee doesn't understand that's.
Yeah. No.
Coles need that money. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not. Yeah. It's a massive deal, and he's just throwing reds out for celebrations.
What you've got to understand is like lads at that level, that could be the biggest game they've ever played.
Yeah,
and stuff like that has killed his memories of that game. Do you know what I mean? It's a great occasion, and 2-2 is not the ideal draw, but he's got a red. Do you know what I mean? So forever that club looks back at that 2-2 draw against Barrow in the biggest game of the history. He's going to look back and think, if I wouldn't have got sent off, do you know what I mean?
Back to fucking butchers.
Yeah.
So, right, John Barnes.
Yeah.
Signed you for Tranmere.
Yeah.
What was he like? Because someone's tweeted in saying they used to call him Dumb and Dumber. Is that fair or?
Yeah, I don't think it's the players. Like the players didn't call him it. It was him and Jason McAteer.
Right.
He was his assistant. I think it was more the fans. I don't think it went as good as what people expected.
Right.
Obviously, both of them are unbelievable players I looked up to, and it didn't work out. I think that the problem there was, I think the way John wants us to play, I don't think we were actually good enough to do it.
You didn't have the players for it.
Yeah, he wanted us. We had good players, don't get me wrong, and that's no disrespect. I'd probably put myself in that category as well. I mean, he wanted keeper to centre half, midfield, and 300 passes and then score.
Yeah.
And obviously in a league like that, it's tough.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
What was it, League 2?
Yeah. No, League 1 it was.
League 1?
Yeah. And I remember going to Leeds, Ellen Road, and we were 3-0 down after like 20 minutes. Still wanting us to do it. And I was thinking, we need to just get it forward and get bits up and get around it. Yeah. And it just didn't work out anyway. But I mean, what a player he was.
Yeah.
I can remember we in training, he wants us to do like patterns of play. So it was like get it off full back to winger into centre mid a change play, and then you get a cross and a shot. And we just couldn't. The long diag just wasn't working. So you're thinking, the more you try, the worse it's getting. So he comes over, bear in mind he's left-footed player. He's got his trainees on, like a sort of a wettish pitch, and he goes, "It's not fucking hard." So he gets it off puts it on his right foot, like what we were doing, and just zings it out to like the right winger with his trainees on, with his weak foot. And we were like, what chance have you got? Any chance of you putting a kit on? But yeah, I mean, it was a good experience. Obviously, he was a hero man playing for Liverpool, and Jason was a great person. Looked up to him when he played for Liverpool too. It just didn't work out.
Well, Linny,
sometimes
was it him who Linny told a story about picking the quid up? Yeah. Saying was he big time? 4 million and one.
Yeah, he is, but he's good with it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
his banter's good with it. Yeah, he's funny with it. He's a good-looking lad, and he's played at the highest level. So I suppose he can get away with it a little bit.
What was the one he said? Some lad said, "I'm going to come to your house," and he said, "Well, if you do, make sure you got a fucking full tank of petrol to get down the drive."
That sounds like something you'd say. Yeah.
What a guy. Fair enough. So. Yeah, we mentioned the 4 million one. So apparently you was the main player in that team. Is that what you thought at the time?
No, because I'd never say that about myself. I just want to be part of a team, and we do well together, we lose together. It was just one of them. It was a great club again. Good family club. You could see the people who work.
It's quite a big club, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I think it probably is in the shadows of Liverpool and Everton a little bit because they're so close.
Yeah.
But I think because it's on the Wirral, which is obviously the Mersey divides it, the
the people there are really proud of the club and they get good gates.
All the Wolves.
Yeah, all the Birkenheaders they call them. Yeah, they're proud of the team and they get good gates. They get behind the fans, behind the team. So yeah, it was a good club to be at. I really enjoyed being there.
I have to turn. I don't know who's written these notes, weren't they? What happened? Why did you leave?
Basically, I think there was going to be a change of ownership. There was a change of manager, change of ownership. Everything was up in the air a little bit. We'd played the last game. My contract was running out in the June, I think it was, and no contract had been offered at the time. So I'm thinking, I don't know what's going on. I don't know who's going to be in charge of the club.
Yeah.
Don't know who's going to be the manager. I haven't been offered nothing. So as far as I was concerned, I was being released. I hadn't been in to see the manager or nothing because no one knew what was going on. And then not long after that, after the last game, I think it was less than a week, obviously got a phone call off Preston.
Graham
Wesley, yeah. So went down, met him, and then that was it really. I think I was offered a contract from Preston before I was offered one from Tranmere. I think they ended up just offering me one just because they sort of had to, in a way.
Yeah, because Preston had come in.
Yeah, and then I mean, from obviously going, I don't know have you ever been to Preston's ground? Once you come off the motorway and you go through, you drive down, you can see like the stadium's class, bosh. You can just see the lights and all that. And as soon as I seen that, I knew that was the club for me. Like.
Yeah, get me there.
Yeah, it wasn't even. They could have offered me half of what they give me, and I'd probably signed because just seeing that, I just knew it was gonna be the club for me.
So when, like, you're thinking, I haven't got a contract at Tranmere.
Yeah.
Like, what was you doing in the summer? Did you used to go away with the lads or? So yeah, I'd have been thinking there. Yeah, I've got a free summer.
You probably get an holiday away, but I mean, when you've got a wife and kids, you're more looking for the family holiday. Before that, you probably might get 2 or 3 days away with the lads. You go over to Benidorm or somewhere like that, you might sneak one in.
Get a mess in.
Yeah, but I mean, I love going to Ibiza with the family, so that was my main holiday that I look forward to. If I could get away with the lads, I would. If something was arranged, then I'd be there. More than likely it'd be a night out, and then see what got planned on the night out.
See, that's usually. Like a sort of non-league is like, if there's a Christmas do there, or if there's a summer do there, it's like, it doesn't matter whether you've got a missus or kids or whatever, you're there. You should be there, do you know what I mean? It's like, you get fined if you're not there, because that's half the battle, isn't it?
Well, I missed this year's one, so I got fined,
Did you?
Yeah.
How much?
I think it was only 50 quid, but I paid a bit more because I'd already booked my flights, because I was going, and my little lad got unwell, so we had to have an operation, so I couldn't go really, because we went to Sunday.
So you had a valid. I don't think we'd have fined you if you had a valid excuse. We're not that bad. 50 quid.
But I still got fined. But I'd paid obviously my flights, so someone took my flights and stuff like that. So
that's not too bad.
Yeah, they enjoyed it by all accounts.
And then, so you've gone to Preston.
Yeah.
Which I think I have drove past the ground, but I think the area around it's not the best, but the ground is like unbelievable.
Yeah, the ground just stands out. It's a good site there.
So what was Wesley like?
I've
never heard of Wesley.
You probably would have. Little stocky fella, can do 1 million abs just in one day.
1 million what?
1 million abs.
Oh, okay.
It's upset. Honestly, mate. He used to do like our weight session would be like doing abs. So because he was good at them, he must have knew. I'll get these. Lads. We were all like that going. Like, you know, you're struggling to get your head up, and he was just like that. What do you do for like 20 minutes? And we would be like that. Like when he was like, you try and get behind him because if you try and do as much as you could, but once you struggled, you thought,
just
when you just lie and you think.
And he's still going for it.
He's still going.
Yeah,
no. And he was, to be fair, he was a fit fella. I'd say he could do easily 500 sit-ups, just in like as if it was nothing.
Strange.
As if it was nothing. And we do like a lot of you get like a dumbbell thing, and you'd have like say 5k at the end, and you'd have to like stand there till he said like 1, so you'd go, and then you keep it there, and he
Like,
wouldn't say nothing, 2, like a boot camp sort of thing.
Yeah.
And you do a lot of that, and it was weird. And one of the lads come up from like the U team. I think it was Ben Davis. He was a really good player. And
The lad at Tottenham.
no, he's at Preston now.
Right,
He's
yeah.
I think he got Player of the Year last year. He's a really good player, but he was just starting when he first come when I was there. And he's like, I think he was only about 18, so he had like little skinny arms, but he had like quite long arms, so his arms was like that. He was struggling to keep it up, and like the lads had to like sort of help him, like put theirs there just to keep it up, because he was like, if you don't keep it up, you're going to do it even longer. So everyone's like that, trying to keep it up.
Helping
So,
the young lads out.
yeah.
We've got a young lad from Preston now.
Yeah,
Ethan
it's
Walker,
yeah.
I think he's finding non-league a bit different to the way they play, but you can tell he's unbelievable. His feet.
Yeah.
I think he chopped one lad in half last night, and it was.
Yeah.
I was a bit like, whoa.
Yeah, he's a good player. I knew him when I was there, but I've done a bit of coaching up there, and he's been
He's a good lad.
Good player, yeah.
You wouldn't think he was 17 talking to him.
No.
He's older than his actual age. But
it's good education for him, that though, like football wise.
Yeah.
Get there. I mean, it's a man's game. It's totally different to what probably the kids are playing at now.
Yeah.
So I think it's good education to find different ways on how you can win games. Because
he was saying yesterday, this is the pace of the game, even at our level, was something he'd never.
Probably physical for him as well. And
I was trying to like throw people about for him, but I can't do that. So.
Yeah, and I think, like, imagine if you're between 26 and 31. You've got this 17-year-old kid who's wants the ball, who's quite cocky. First thing you're going to do is kick him out. Yeah. Not having this little shit.
Just got to do it to win.
It's
just unlucky. Right, so Wesley, as well as being a gym freak with his abs and that, he used to send out some text, didn't he?
Yeah, we'd always get texts. We'd get texts before games, just before we were about to go out on the coach to go to the games,
right? Yeah.
And then we'd get like a text after the game. So it wasn't like a 3-line text. It was like a big long essay. Yeah. You get them regularly off him.
You can see everyone. Like our gaffer sends them out, and you see the lads go, and then you just see them scrolling through.
Yeah. There was a lot of like rate yourself, rate your performances from, say, like Saturday game. You text your Saturday night at like 1 o'clock in the morning. It'd be like,
rating
rate your performance.
1 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
You're still out?
Yeah. What else was there? There's stuff like that. There's stuff like if you were the manager, you pick the team. What team would you pick? And then we'd come in the Monday morning and he'd discuss it. He'd like say, well, you said you'd rather play with him.
No
And then
way.
I think he
all the lads are there, and he said, right, Welsh, you've said you'd rather play in centre mid with him
why is that?
instead of
and then
him.
he'd go, why do you think that? I think he wanted like a challenging atmosphere where I'd tell you something and you'd want to do better because I told you. I think that was the sort of reasoning behind it. Because he challenged it a lot. I mean, I remember playing against, we played, can't remember who we played, and I think we lost 1-0. And I thought at the time I played well. So we played Portsmouth on the next week, and I wasn't even on the squad. I was in the stands, and I remember thinking, what the fuck's happened there? I thought I played all right last game.
Did you lose your head, or were you?
No, I was always respectful. I mean, it's his decision, and you just. I was sort of, I wouldn't have, if I got dropped, I don't think I wouldn't, on his door the next day, I'd sort of think, I'm going to fucking show you. I'm going to be the best in training on Monday, and I'm going to try and get back into the team.
I'd get quite embarrassed if I was playing and then all of a sudden I was on the bench. I'd be like, oh shit. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But it just threw me because I didn't expect, because I thought I played well. I'd been playing well. And then obviously I was in the stands sitting next to like the lads who hadn't been playing. And he just texted me and said, because you weren't in the squad today, because on last Saturday you didn't have one shot. He went, I need midfielders to be scoring goals. And that was his reason, that's his reason.
You shot every game.
Well, we played it at 11v11 on the Tuesday and scored. and he sort of went, told you. So that was his, he
Yeah,
challenged me
enough,
to go and score a goal, and that was only a training game, but I still count them because I don't
You
score
celebrate
many.
it.
Yeah, right, slid on my knees.
Well, a lot of Preston fans messaged in saying how good you was for them, so that's decent.
Yeah.
At least
Yeah.
they thought you was decent.
Yeah, I think they just appreciated that. Every time I went on the pitch, I just give it 110%. As I said before, I was never going to be a player who was going to wow the crowd or take players on doing Cruyffs or turns. I was just roll my sleeves up, let's have it today, win my headers, win my tackles, keep it simple. I think my job was just win the ball and give it to the players who could play.
What boots did you have?
Umbros.
that says a lot.
Well, I got a lot of stick, but they were actually really comfy. I started off with Nikes, broke my leg, and I was sort of... I was like, I can't go back to Nike. So I went to Adidas for a little bit, but Adidas is really narrow. I've got big fat feet. So I had them for a little bit, didn't really like them, and then went to Preston and started wearing Umbros, and then just wore them ever since. But I've gone back to Nike a little bit now.
Are you going back?
Yeah.
Well,
I've got
one
Umbro,
by
one Nike.
Umbro.
Oh, yeah.
Salford, and they give us all.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't think anyone wore them.
Give them all to me.
But so did Simon Grayson come in after Wesley?
Yeah, Wesley got sacked, and then I think John Dreyer, I think Dino mentioned him last week, he played for Bradford.
Right,
he took over for the game, and then obviously Simon come in. And, it was a shock really, because...
Man, that's so weird to have you be at the club and then a new manager come in.
Yeah. You sort of get used to it. It's just like... not like in a horrible way. It's just like, well, he's gone. Well, I wonder who's going to come in, and then he comes in, and then it's like, what's going to happen? And then it's just, you just sort of get used to it.
Yeah,
I've
never had
a lot. I mean, even like with Cleggies, that's it. For some of the lads who were there, that was massive, because he'd been there with them for so long.
Big shock.
I think you just got to get on with it. But yeah, it was a shock in that he'd been at Blackpool and done so well at Blackpool. I think he got Blackpool promoted a couple of times from League One to Championship. And the rivalry between Preston and Blackpool is like heated.
Yeah.
They don't like each other. So I think him coming in, only because of that, it threw people. But
because I bet a few of the lads at Preston, when playing against Blackpool or something like that, was
But it was funny, because we had a lad who was at Leeds with him, and as soon as he seen him, he went, I'm out. That's me. He must have fell out with him at Leeds.
See, that's just unlucky for him.
Yeah. But fair enough. I mean, he come in, he done really well, and like we were like, he might give it another deal, because I think he was up at Leeds. We were like, he might get a deal, lad. You know what I mean? Because he was from Liverpool, Paul Connolly it was. And he went, nah, lad. He went, no, I could be the best player from now until the end. I think there was only about 3 months left. He went, between now and the end of the season, he said, I won't be here. And lo and behold, he went there next season. No.
Yeah. But was he sound with him while he was there?
Yeah, he was fine with him, yeah. Because when he come in, he went, that's me. He said, I'll be back to Leeds tomorrow. But look, good enough. He stayed and played well, to be fair.
Oh, that's just so lucky. It could have been any manager.
Yeah. I think in football, you just can't burn bridges.
Yeah.
Because there's so many things change so fast.
You're going to need someone in the future, aren't you? Or they might need you. Or
yeah, definitely.
It works like that, doesn't it? You know what I mean? But you got promoted with Preston as well. What was that, to the champ? From League One. But we knew when obviously Sam come in, when a manager comes in, I always sort of like read up. I knew who he was and where he'd been, but you sort of like looking where he's been and what he's done. And I think his specialty was League One to Championship. So we knew we had a manager who'd been there and done it, knew what it took to win promotions. And I think that sort of gave the lads confidence to go and do it, really. I think that we ended that season really well. Next season we got to the playoffs and got beat, which was horrible. Getting beaten in the playoffs, it was horrible. That I've never... Mine weren't a championship, mine was like Conference North playoff.
It just as bad, doesn't it? Right, honestly, I mean, I'm not really emotional, but I just, you just feel like curling up in a ball and crying. Like... thinking, because I'd never played at Wembley neither, so I had that in my mind. Obviously getting promotion under my belt. And I just thought,
another one.
Yeah, yeah. And then
it's
obviously
like
you've
done the whole season, you've done 9 months,
yeah,
and it comes
just
down
that
to
90
like,
minutes. Yeah.
and it's it's just like, what was the point in this season?
Yeah. So, but to be fair, like the season after, that's when we got promoted. But through them emotions and that, I thought the next year, like when we got to play, I thought,
you on a bit, didn't it?
yeah, definitely winning this. No chance, we cannot lose this.
And did you win it?
Yeah, we ended up getting through playoffs. But it was like last game of the season, we only needed to win. If we won, we were up automatically. And we got beat by, I can't think.
That's just
Southend.
That though, isn't it?
Southend, yeah, it was. It got to us because we had everything planned. We had the party after it planned. We had the tour.
Champagne in the
yeah,
bag.
we had everything. And we shouldn't have, but we did. And we lost. And I've never been so down after the game.
You should never tempt fate.
Yeah.
But you still went up.
That. But the best way to do it is to do it through Wembley. And that's what we done. And
you just don't want to risk it, do you?
No.
But if it sprung upon you, you've got to do it.
Take it, yeah.
How was Wembley? Decent.
Brilliant, yeah, it's unbelievable. Like
full 90?
Yeah. It was, I can just remember before the game, sitting in the changes thinking, there's no way we're going to lose this game. And I think, speaking to a couple of lads after it, everyone was at the same mindset, just like, there's no way we're fucking losing this. And funny enough, I read the programme, like as the programmes, and I remember seeing someone was 3-0 up at half-time, and I thought, I'd love to be 3-0 up at half-time, just cruise, and like obviously we come in 3-0 at half-time. It was mad the way it worked. It was just like as if it was meant to be. Like we weren't going to lose 3-0 up at half-time. We won 4-0.
Happy days.
So it was a great day. Well, great couple of days after that as well. But yeah,
see, like, as much as you wanted to like go up straight off, you got to Wembley, which is better.
Yeah.
And winning 4-0 is good, but winning in the last minute 2-1 would have been better. But you don't want to risk that, do you?
No chance. But it's just everything. Just obviously being at Wembley, one of the sort of home of football, if you like, winning there, getting promoted, and then a couple of days that followed after that. Yeah, it was brilliant.
Piss up.
Yeah.
Massive one. Yeah. I won't ask you about that. So what happened from Preston? What?
I think age caught up with me, I think.
How old were you then?
When I left, I would have been 33, something like that. But I mean, you've got players coming through, really good players like Ben Pearson, who I think is probably one of the best players in the Championship.
Decent.
Daniel Johnson, who's a great age, great player. Galley, Paul Gallagher, he's same age as me, but he keeps
still
doing
going.
well. Yeah, must just be my body or something. But I mean, you've got players like Alan Brown, who's another young kid from Ireland who's doing really well. You've got players like that who are playing well, and a new manager come in, Alex Neil come in, and the demands he wanted on players day in, day out, and the standards that he set was probably a bit too much. I mean, he expected people to run around day in, day out. Yeah. And I just don't think my body was young enough to do it. So I think just age probably caught up with me and come to the end of my deal. And I think because Alex was brilliant with me, to be fair. He was sort of saying, you've probably got another 2 or 3 years left in you. Go and play football. If you stay here, you might be a bit part player.
Yeah, that's fair.
But if you go somewhere, you might be able to get another 2 seasons under your belt, which I agreed with. So that's how that sort of move come about. So
you went to Grimsby?
Grimsby, yeah.
Now, thanks to Linwood, we're not the best, we're not the most favourite podcast in Grimsby.
Yeah.
But how was your time there?
It was good. I mean,
it says here your manager was a Cambridge University graduate.
Yeah.
Was he proper clever?
Yeah, he seemed it. I mean, it was good. It's miles away from Liverpool. Obviously, I've got a young family and stuff. I think it comes to the point. Started off really good. Was playing well, but losing.
You personally, or
yeah,
the team?
Yeah. I felt I was playing well, but we were losing. Got an injury, and then lo and behold, when you're injured, you come out the team, and then the team start winning.
Yeah.
And then it just sort of went from there, really. It was hard to get back into the team then, because the lads who were there, deservedly so, were playing well, winning games. So it was hard to get in. So I think that like the less you're playing, you miss home more. So I was missing a lot of stuff out with the kids that I'd been doing, because obviously most of my career I've been around Liverpool, apart from home, which we didn't have kids. Tranmere and Preston are local to Liverpool, so I'd done a lot with the kids. I think towards the end, I was more excited about going home the weekends than I was actually waiting for the game.
Yeah, that's no good.
So exactly, and once you start getting that thought, once you start getting that thought process, it's means to an end really. So I was more excited to get home than actually playing.
Is that where you was with parking, or not?
No, at Preston.
Was that?
Sorry, at
someone said on the Twitter about a few pints of shandy and spewing on his ma's couch or something.
Oh no, that was an old mate of mine, Steve McNulty. We would only, I don't even think my ma knows. My ma doesn't watch this. We would have been about 15. 15
on the shandies.
No, you will not. Yeah,
full pints.
No. We'd been to like a kids disco, and we sort of, obviously, me and Steve were at Liverpool, so we
I played against him.
Yeah, big lad. It's good. Good player, Steve.
I like him.
We sort of got roped into having, I think it was like cider. I think it was like
3 litre.
Yeah. So we're drinking it, like thinking, oh, this is the thing to do and all that. Like, and I was staying in his that night, so went back to his, and I remember just sitting there and talking to his mum and dad. And you know where you're thinking, I'm going to be sick here. Just sick all over me, sick all over myself. But I didn't like cider after that.
You live and learn, don't you?
It's part of growing up. Don't advise, don't drink underage.
So what happened at Grimsby? Talk me through it. The
full thing, obviously, was missing home and stuff like that. Other things off the field didn't help. Wasn't the main cause, but didn't help. And I just thought the best thing for me at the time was just try and get home. And I think they wanted me off the wage bill. And then I think it was just a mutual agreement to just part ways.
So, but I spoke to Cleggy.
Yeah.
And he said, I don't know whether I want to speak about it,
yeah.
but he ended up going to court.
Yeah.
Was that in Grimsby?
Yeah. No, that was in Liverpool.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, there was a case where I was convicted of assault.
But there's a lot more to it.
Yeah, there is a lot more to it. Long story short, in town, I had a few drinks, walking home, altercation with 2 women. One of the women, well, both of the women started punching me and trying to pull me,
you were
whatever.
Splitting it up?
No, they like attacked me. And then trying to get away from the situation, I ended up kicking one. Fortunately enough, which I didn't mean, she broke her leg. Well, she didn't break her leg, she fractured her leg, I think.
But you was just booting her to get off you?
Yeah, trying, like, more or less in self-defence. And then obviously got convicted in that. It's not a proud moment that I'm not proud of.
No.
It was a mistake. Probably shouldn't have put myself in that position. But just trying to get on with my life. I mean, it's hindered me a bit, well, probably a lot. It's affected personal life and family life and professional life. But I think you've just got to try and get on with it. I mean, I've got a good family behind me, good strong friends. So I think if you've got that, you can sort of get through anything. And it's a regrettable moment in my life, in my career. But just trying to get on with my life now.
Yeah,
I mean,
I reckon if people understand that if someone's, whether it's a bird or not, punching you in the head, you've got to get them off, haven't you? So, and is that why your kids are now Muay Thai fighters?
No, they were doing that long before.
Booted.
No, the kids love it. They've obviously local gym in Liverpool, Alliance, Muay Thai, but they love it. I mean, my 11-year-old now he's
champion,
he's British champion, he's area champion, he's Celtic 2 times Celtic champion, he's fought for a world title. So
I reckon
me
he'd
and
leather
love
me
it.
now.
I think he'd leather me. I reckon he'd leather both of us.
I am.
I think even my 6-year-old, I mean, he hasn't fought for no belts. He's only had about 5 fights, I think. But I mean, he's won 5.
Did you not want to get him into footy?
I'd have loved him to get into football. My eldest was for a bit. He was sort of in between. He still loves football, but I was more wanting him to play football, go and play football, go and play football. But he's fell in love with Muay Thai, and he still does football a little bit. But this, I think if he had to choose between the two, he'd choose Muay Thai. He wants, I think his goals this year are to go out and fight full Thai rules in Thailand, which would be incredible. I don't think my missus will want him to do that. But
yeah, it's a bit. They'll be good then, boys.
Yeah.
Well, I went in last summer, and there's like a bar in PP Island, which I didn't expect it, but I walked in, and there's people fighting, and next thing they paraded like some lads around, see if you want to fight them. And I don't know what it was about me. They just kept looking at me saying, "Do you fancy it? Do you fancy it?" And I was going, "No, not a chance." So your boys are braver than me.
Yeah, I'm braver than me as well. I don't think I'll be getting in with anyone from Thailand. It's their national sport, isn't it? So they know what to do, and it's like us football.
Well, they weren't actually Thais. They were just like
just anyone.
Aussie travellers. Not even fighting.
Yeah, I don't blame you. You're going all to relax.
But yeah, it's literally just whatever the kids want to do with it for you.
Yeah. I mean, it was funny because when he first got into it, I was like, you need to get it and turn out and do this and do that, like talking to him as if he was a professional. Yeah. And he just used to look at me, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to let him get on with it now. He's like, it's going right over his head here, and I was like, you know, if he does this, you know, step off and do that. And he was just like looking as if to say, shut up, Dad. Just let me enjoy it. And I thought, you know what, just go and enjoy it.
Well, I've got 2 nephews, and one proper looks up to me because he loves footy. So for Christmas, he wants boots, shin pads, gloves, a ball, everything. And then the other one, who hates me, he wants a fucking metal detector, the gimp. So I've got to get a footy for him and a metal detector for the other one. So
good.
Well, I'll just leave him to it.
Yeah. Either one's going to be rich playing footy, or one's going to be rich finding something.
That's it, yeah. So I think he's a little shit one. Then I'm going to have to throw like a tenner on in the garden or something. Quids, obviously, not paper. So now at Coles, happy at Coles?
Yeah, I think, I mean, going through what obviously we were talking about before, it's a big thing in your life, and then obviously football has always been a big part and makes me happy. So to get back into that was massive for me. Obviously, things hadn't been going well with the court and what was going on that side. So just to get back into football, I mean, obviously you know Cleggy, so to get involved with someone like that was brilliant for me. I've never spoke to Cleggy before I'd spoke to him, and now I speak to him quite regularly.
Yeah, you can ring him whenever you want.
Even though he's obviously a rival now, or he will be Saturday. He's constantly texting, asking how I am, and same. I've been texting him, asking how it's going at Ashton. So to fall into football with someone like that, and not only him, I mean the team he's got there, his staff, they're all really good lads, and just
make sure you're giving some shit on Saturday.
Well, hopefully I'll score.
Yeah.
And if I score, he might
what odds are you to score?
Shit. 1,000,000 to 1 probably. About 20 to 1 to go over the halfway line.
I'll see if my nephew finds a quid. So apart from footy, what are you?
Obviously doing lots of as many things I can now with the family. So now I think it's coaching. I mean, I've been a footballer all my life. I've been watching football from when I can remember. So trying to get into coaching. There's a thing, Northwest Premier League Academy, I think it is. Which is really good for like 16-year-olds who they come in, they do the college work, and then they train.
It's good for them though, because they train every day and they actually think they're footballers, don't they?
Well, I mean, if you go on like Instagram and Twitter, they do like a match of the day, and they tell you a lot about the league and about the teams and stuff. It's quite well organised, and it's quite good. So hopefully that'll start up in September, I think it is. But gonna be coaching or manager of the Atherton team, which will be good. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to getting going with that.
I hope it works out for you. Right, last one. Best football story you've ever heard or been part of? Probably one that you've been part of is better.
Yeah.
Should have asked you before, really, so you
Yeah.
think, but we're not the most organised. So hard to
I've just got one in my head, just because you mentioned Wesley. There was a funny one. We were playing Plymouth away, and we were struggling a little bit. We hadn't won a game in 5, I think. And now in the dressing room, the music's on and all that. So he starts dancing, but it's like is it David Brent?
Yeah,
it's like that sort of contest.
The Office.
Like a lot of this and a lot of that. But we had obviously Ben Davis, who's a well-established championship player now, could probably play higher. He was just in the squad, but I think he was starting left back. But he was really skinny, really quiet, hadn't said much to anyone because he was obviously so young. And he goes up to Ben, but he's like right in his face, like must be like trying to pump him up, getting him ready for the game.
Just looking like a dog.
Yeah, but Ben just stood up, like he hadn't said a word to no one, just stood up and just started dancing, like copying his dance. But everyone's sitting there thinking, what the fuck's going on here? But it was just brilliant, it was absolutely brilliant.
I bet he cringes thinking about that.
Yeah, he probably does, but it was brilliant because he hadn't spoken, he hadn't said much to anyone. I think I'd heard him talk twice, and he just stood up out of nowhere and just started going like that doing the dance.
Manager.
Yeah, we do. So they're standing in the middle of the changing room having like a dance off. And we're thinking, this is fucking brilliant.
This is weird, but I love
it. It's weird, but
so, yeah, you wouldn't get that anywhere else, would you?
Yeah,
you wouldn't get that sort of.
No.
That's a good of that. I enjoyed that. Yeah. So, right, well, Welshie, good luck Saturday against Cleggie, and
nice one.
Thanks for coming in.
Who do you want
enjoyed
to win?
it. Who've we got?
Who do you want to win?
Oh, Coles.
Definitely.
Fuck Cleggie, mate. Fuck Cashton.